What happens to your prostate when you follow these 10 surprising daily habits after 60? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments before we jump in. Your voice matters. Let's talk about what really affects prostate health after 60. 1. Struggling to sleep because you're running to the bathroom. Have you ever found yourself waking up not just once, but 2, 3, or even 4 times in the middle of the night, feeling an urgent need to pee? And when you finally make it to the bathroom, do you sometimes stand there waiting and waiting, as if your bladder and brain aren't on the same page, struggling for the urine to actually start flowing? Or perhaps you've noticed the opposite: it begins, but then it stops abruptly, only to start again in frustrating spurts. Even after you're done, do you still have that nagging sensation that your bladder isn't truly empty, leaving you feeling restless and uncomfortable? These nighttime interruptions and awkward bathroom moments might seem like harmless inconveniences at first, just part of getting older. But in reality, they can be much more than just annoying. They could be subtle early warning signs of benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, a condition where the prostate gland becomes enlarged. Why this is so important? Here, why this matters more than you might think. The prostate is a small gland, roughly the size of a walnut in younger men, located just beneath your bladder and surrounding the urethra, the tiny tube that carries urine out of your body. When the prostate begins to swell with age or due to lifestyle factors, it doesn't have much room to expand. That swelling creates pressure, almost like squeezing a garden hose, which restricts the normal flow of urine. Over time, this can cause difficulty starting urination, a weak stream, frequent urges to go especially at night, and even infections or bladder damage if left unchecked. While aging is the single biggest risk factor, it's not the only one. Surprisingly, your daily habits, things as simple as how much you sit, what you drink, what you eat, or how much stress you carry, can speed up prostate enlargement and make symptoms worse. So paying attention to these early signs isn't just about comfort. It's about protecting your long-term urinary and prostate health. Real-life examples. A man in his 70s dealt with recurrent bladder infections until he realized his heavy evening drinks were the cause. Contrast that with an 80-year-old neighbor who avoided BPH symptoms for years simply by adjusting his habits. Key takeaway: early prostate issues can be silent. Spotting the signals now can prevent later suffering. 2. Are you dehydrating yourself to avoid nighttime trips? You may think drinking less water means fewer midnight bathroom runs, but it's actually the opposite. The science. Concentrated urine irritates the bladder and prostate. Chronic dehydration induces inflammation, a major driver of prostate enlargement. If you're on certain medications, the dehydrating effect is even stronger. Evidence. Medical studies underscore that dehydration triggers inflammatory responses in the urinary tract. Clear or very light yellow urine indicates healthy hydration. Pro tip: sip water consistently. Aim for pale urine. Hydration isn't your enemy, it's your prostate's best ally. 3. Are you a sofa starter? Ever spent entire afternoons watching TV or reading, barely moving at all? The problem: prolonged sitting compresses the pelvic region, reducing blood flow. Pelvic floor weakness increases, making it harder to fully empty your bladder, leading to lingering urine that fuels inflammation. What really helps? Get up every 30 minutes to stretch and walk, even just 2 minutes. Your prostate and overall health will thank you. 4. Could your morning coffee be fueling prostate issues? 1 cup is fine, but what about 2, 3, or 4? How caffeine affects you. Acts as a diuretic, increasing bladder activity. Contracts muscles at the bladder neck, making it harder to empty fully, leading to urinary retention. A simple tweak like switching to decaf or herbal tea after your first cup can ease symptoms. 5. Is a spicy, processed diet harming your prostate? Yes, that fiery sauce and those store-bought chips might not just be bad for your waistline, they could provoke silent prostate inflammation. Why it matters? Spices like black pepper and hot sauce stimulate inflammation. Processed foods high in salt, preservatives, and bad fats disrupt hormones and raise blood pressure, which harms the urinary system. Smart swaps. Limit ultra-spicy and highly processed snacks. Incorporate anti-inflammatory foods, leafy greens, fatty fish, nuts, and fresh fruits. 6. Do you sometimes hold it too long? It's easy to delay bathroom breaks when you're busy, but ignoring your bladder's signals can have consequences. The risks: stretched bladder pressing on the prostate. Stagnant urine harbors bacteria, raising infection risk and further irritating the prostate. Best habit: go immediately when you feel the urge, especially important for restful sleep and prostate protection. 7. Does secondhand smoke threaten your prostate? Even non-smokers are at risk. What you should know: tobacco chemicals reduce circulation and raise inflammation. Oxidative stress from smoke damages prostate cells and weakens defenses. Statistics show both smokers and those regularly exposed to smoke have higher rates of BPH and even prostate cancer. Action plan: quit smoking or avoid smoky environments. It pays off fast: better circulation and dropping inflammation in just weeks. 8. Have you skipped your annual prostate checkup? Waiting until symptoms appear can be risky. Early changes can be nearly silent. Recommended care: digital rectal exam, DRE, and PSA testing detect early inflammation, enlargement, or cancer signs. Annual checkups after 60 provide powerful preventive insight. Skipping visits means letting small issues evolve into bigger problems. Prevention is always smarter. 9. Are you eating too much red meat? Your steak dinners might be doing more than filling your plate. They could be affecting your prostate. The research: high red and processed meat intake is linked to increased body-wide and prostate-specific inflammation. Saturated fats and chemicals involved in processing exacerbate the problem. Easier changes: limit red meat to once or twice weekly. Opt for lean protein instead: fish, chicken, beans, lentils. Add fiber-rich foods like whole grains and vegetables. 10. Is that belly fat more dangerous than you think? Carrying extra weight around your waist isn't just a cosmetic issue, it's a serious health concern. Why abdominal fat affects you: releases inflammatory molecules that reach the prostate. Endocrine disruption, shifting hormone balance, is strongly tied to prostate enlargement. Fatty tissue adds physical pressure on the bladder and prostate. Better than crash diets. Focus on modest lifestyle changes. Walk daily. Cut sugary drinks. Eat smaller nutritious meals. Even losing 5 kg can significantly relieve urinary issues. The most dangerous habit: chronic stress. This one might be the hardest to notice and the most harmful. How it affects your prostate: constant cortisol disrupts hormone balance and inflames prostate tissue. Pelvic muscles tense, circulation drops, immune function weakens. Over time, urinary urgency and swelling increase. The worst part: we often ignore it. Financial worries, family stress, health anxiety all build quietly. Proven remedies: mindful breathing, stretching, light walking, even 10 minutes of daily quiet reduces cortisol. Positivity works too: laughter, social time, quality sleep, big medicine for your prostate. Reducing stress isn't just emotional, it's physiological healing. Summary: what happens and what to do. There are a few everyday habits that seem harmless but can silently mess with your prostate and your overall health. Let me tell you what they are and how to fix them easily. Not drinking enough water: your urine gets concentrated and can cause inflammation. Simple fix: sip water throughout the day, don't wait until you're thirsty. Sitting for too long: it compresses your pelvis and weakens those important muscles. Easy solution: stand up and move around every 30 minutes. Too much caffeine: it makes you rush to the bathroom or even hold urine, which isn't good. Try cutting back and swapping to decaf sometimes. Love spicy or processed foods: they trigger inflammation and mess with your hormones. Go for fresh, anti-inflammatory meals instead. Holding your urine: that puts stress on your bladder and increases infection risk. When you feel the urge, just go. Smoking or being around smoke: it reduces blood flow and causes oxidative damage. Best fix: avoid smoke completely and quit if you can. Skipping regular checkups: silent problems can sneak up on you. Get a yearly prostate exam and PSA test. Eating too much red meat: it can cause hormonal and systemic inflammation. Switch to lean proteins and add more fiber to your diet. Carrying extra belly fat: it creates inflammation and hormone imbalances. Walk more, cut back on sugar, and watch your portions. Always stressed out? Chronic stress damages hormones, muscles, and circulation. Build a stress relief routine, meditation, breathing, whatever works for you. Timeline of lasting change. Week 1-2, you'll sleep better and pee less at night. Month 1-3, less inflammation, increased comfort, lighter belly. 3-6 months, PSA and urinary patterns begin to stabilize, stress down. Your challenge: what will you change today? Drink more water. Walk more often. Skip that extra bacon. Or maybe start with noticing your stress. Take your pick and just do one thing this week. That's how change starts. Final thoughts. After 60, your prostate won't fix itself, but these 10 daily habits give you